We're now at Slam Dunk with Winona Fighter. Now, we were just saying, I was all set to see you, and you went on 40 minutes late, but how was the set?
It was actually really great. Yeah, we had to cut our set a little short, but I always say we can do what we need to do in 3 songs, so.
Because how often have you guys been over to the UK, Paul?
This is our first time.
It's the first time?
Yes.
Now this is all, I mean, you are a new band, or debut album is out at the moment, isn't it? Apologies to the chef. So 2 questions. 1, Winona Fighter, why the name? And then 2, why the album name?
So Austin actually figured out the name for the band. We were just kind of tossing ideas back and forth for a while. When we were grinding and just doing shows, we were going by my name, which is just Coco. And I was like, we need to figure out a name. We need to do this. We need to do this. And then Austin, a couple glasses of wine in one night, he was like, has anyone done anything like Winona Fighter? And at first I was like, I don't like that at all. But then I slept on it and I started writing it out, and I was like, you know what? That's perfect, because it's the perfect mix of feminine and masculine, like sweet but tough, and I think that perfectly describes the dynamic of the band.
Headed from the East Coast, that I never leave alone, but I don't wanna wait for you. How do I get better? No stress, gotta get up out of here. I gotta get out all night. I'm thinking head west, gotta take it out of here. I gotta get out.
And as for the album title, My Apologies to the Chef is something I would say when I was recording drums for the record, because I would get really frustrated if I messed something up. And so instead of, just shouting and swearing and whatever, I would say my apologies to the chef instead of like my compliments to the chef. But then when we boiled it down and started to conceptualize the album, I thought about, myself as a young kid and like telling my parents who built us a life from nothing, telling them that I wanted to be a punk rocker and in front of punk rock band. So it's kind of our like apology to our parents, who are the most supportive people in the world. But yeah, it came from that idea of, they're the chef and we're sorry for the dish they cooked up, I guess.
Did you originally start playing the drums then?
I did, yeah. I've been playing the drums since I was about 7 years old.
Because I think my daughter stood behind me. I mean, she played the drums at one stage, and I think it was one of these where you just don't get female drummers. I mean, if you want to, as a girl, learn to play the drums, because you will get into a band, because it's almost unique these days.
Yeah, and girls make fantastic drummers. It's such because it is such a men's club, I think, being a drummer. I have experienced it my whole life, but I think if you get in there and you are like, I am a great drummer, not just I am a great female drummer, but if you're like, I am a great drummer, that's just going to open not only doors for yourself, but it's going to open you up to be this confident drummer and this confident person.
But is it because perhaps as the drummer, is it not a very sexy look when you are the first person there, the last person to leave, and you are covered in sweat at the end of it? I don't know whether that puts people off. But
yeah, being a drummer is a very sexy look.
Swear to God that I'm fine. Maybe I could feel better. Going out of my mind. Strap me into the stretcher. Why the hell do I try? Going through all the motions at the end of the line. Swear to God that I'm fine. Swear to God that I'm.
So tell us a bit about your Nashville band. How did you manage to get out of Nashville to the UK?
It was a lot of years of grinding. And not a lot of people know this, but before we released our debut EP in 2022, it was a lot of years of us just playing shows, just getting in a van and going and building a natural fan base that way, and going and going and going and going. And then we released our EP, and from there it just like we had built such a strong fan base from doing what punk bands do best, which is playing live, and we were able to expand, I think, at a more rapid pace, and we always kept the mindset of like, we are a DIY band. No matter if we sign to a label, no matter what we do, we recorded the album in our garage, we do everything ourselves. We have a fabulous team, but at the end of the day, I think sticking to our guns and being that authentic band led us to now we can come over to England and other parts of the world and play shows and meet the fans. I think it's great, yeah.
I don't like to think you're having fun. Look what you've done, look what you've done. Look what you've done.
So are we going to get a chance to see you guys back over here soon, doing more dates?
I hope so. It's been such a treat. It's been the best week ever, so would love to come back soon.
Because what has been the sort of reaction in the UK and in Europe, I suppose, as opposed to in America?
The reaction's been crazy. We were just saying that the fandom is so different over here than in America. You know, in America, people show their fans by, they'll like dress, like we had a lot of chef costumes come out to our first leg of our US tour, and that's how people show fandom. And social media, that's how they show fandom. Whereas like over here, maybe on social media, we didn't see that we had a lot of fans over here, but then you get to the show, or you sell out the shows months in advance, and everyone knows every single word. They're showing you, we know your music, we're gonna go hard, we're gonna sing every word, and we're gonna show you we are fans. I think that it's so cool how it's done over here.
Are you famous? Can we be friends? Let go and let die. I won't waste no more time letting you let me lose my damn mind. I just wanna say you're like a moth to my flame, a germ collecting big names washed up encircling the drain. Are you famous? Can we be friends?
And tell us a bit about, I think the last single was Are You Famous? And now that's a song written about presumably people who are jumping on the bandwagon of you as a successful artist.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't believed in for so long, and there were times in our career where we were just begging, like, one person give us a chance, and I think it's hard, you know, because again, we're DIY, we want to help all of our peers, but yeah, you definitely have the people who were not around and then like start to magically show up once it, you know, you're playing to a giant crowd at Slam Dunk Festival. So it's a very true occurrence.
I don't want you, I don't need to bow down and try to please you. You're not fooling anyone. I don't want you, I don't need to see through another redo. I don't want you, I don't want you.
So what's the plan then after this? Presumably now the album's out, no more singles, but you're just working this album now, touring it?
Yeah, we actually got to do something really cool. We were home for 2 months between the first leg of our US tour and coming out here. I can't say too much about it, but there will be something big coming out this year. We're always working, we never stop.
Just listen, I know all the things thought I wouldn't see. You said it and meant it, regret it, you don't. Men take it back, cowards keep throwing stones in my home. has never been glass.